Hi folks, Rasmus here. 30 years ago on the island of Vestray, one of the small Orkney islands, I got the best fish and chips of my life. And I've always been wanting to make it just as good, and I finally think I found out how. And here I will show you what it is. First I will make the beer batter. That is, I take like 1 deciliter of water, same amount of beer. If you can get a beer from Thisted, it's of course best, but any Pilsner kind of beer will do, I think. Then I take flour. I use half wheat and half rye, but it's not the most important part. A good pinch of salt, pepper, and just stir it around. Then add like a teaspoon of baking powder, just to make it pop a little bit more. And that's basically it. There's still 3 hours before I will make the fish and chips, but it's important to mix the beer batter well ahead. And some of you might be thinking, is she not going to use eggs? Yes, I will be using eggs, but because I'm using the egg white last, where I whip it so it's very full of air, I will add the eggs just before I fry the fish. I have cut the haddock fillet in smaller pieces because they were too big to fit in my fryer. And it's like half an hour before I will use them, and I will just give them some salt. And it's not because I want them to taste of salt, but it's to draw water out of the fish. And you just use quite a big amount of salt, because the excess salt will not be used. So they will be like this for around half an hour, and I will show you how much water that draws out of the fish. The beer batter have been standing for like 3 hours now. As you can see, it's pretty thick. And I'm going to add 2 eggs, but the egg whites, I'm going to whip the egg whites so they are very stiff, and add some air to the beer batter. Here's the whipped egg. As you can see, it's the egg whites are very fluffy now. And the trick is to turn them around without whipping all the air out again. I think that's fine. I hope you can see that it's full of air now. And then we have the fish, and it's not a whole lot of water, but some water is coming out of it from the salt. Okay, I have a little bit of flour. Just gonna give it a little bit of salt and pepper. And mix it around like this. And then I have the pieces of fish that I'm just going to put on paper just to not make them too wet, and just put them in flour, because then they will stick a lot better with the batter. Take one more. And as you might have seen, this is haddock, but it don't have to be haddock. You can use, I think, pretty much any kind of white fish, cod, pollock, saithe, whatever. Just gonna put this on top. Just going to make sure that it's not dripping anything, and then slowly like this. As you can see, I'm not using the basket thingy that is in the fryer, and that's simply because the fish will stick if I use that one. It's been around 2 minutes. I'm just going to turn it around. And as you probably can see, it's looking really, really nice. That's it. So, fish and chips. It is like really crusty and really, really nice. The chips have been, it's from fresh potatoes, or well, fresh here in the winter, it's not fresh, but potatoes that I have cut, and then they have been a few minutes in the fryer. And now they are getting the final touch, so they will be really perfect. Final result: chips, homemade tartar sauce, and the fish. And this noisy fellow, he wants to eat fish and chips as well. So, what do you think, folks? Did I succeed? I say it's for sure the best fish and chips I've ever made. Perhaps you have a better way to do it, but I don't think so. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and enjoy.